Getting down to business next with Advictor, it's Rugby World Cup winner turned equity broker, Mr. Dan Luger. With 21 tries in 33 internationals, he's talking to us all about his new life in the south of France.
It wasn't something that happened overnight. You know, for us it was a gradual build over many, many years and many experiences and many challenges that finally got us there. In developing our squad and developing our ethos, and we had like 10 pillars, which kind of like our, not our Bible, but you know, pillars of how we behave as people on the field and off the field, and that was kind of building a whole culture. I'm sure a lot of guys struggle that finish rugby and don't really have anything afterwards that gives them that same kind of buzz. I like to be in an environment where I'm challenged and where I'm learning all the time, and if I'm not learning or being challenged, I get very bored, and that's why it's great doing what I'm doing now. And I think that's why a lot of guys, if you finish your career, I can see sportsmen, even famous people to an extent, how they struggle when they suddenly lose that fame, and I don't know what they have in their life, what's their motivation. I think it's important to keep that going, and I think as sportsmen in general, you know, we're all probably full of testosterone and very competitive and want to be out there doing our best, whatever it is. People are probably having preconceived ideas about you because you're a rugby player, that you're there just, you know, as a gimmick, as a sales tool, where suddenly, yeah, they'll speak to you and it'll open doors, but when they actually realise you actually know what you're talking about and have a view and, you know, understand the markets, it helps even more and probably surprises people, I would have thought. This job, I think, a lot of people look at brokers and they probably feel it's a job where it's a lot of socialising, going out, and I think it might have been like that, but since I've been in the job, it's changed with everything that's happened in the world, with the financial markets, the meltdown in the world. For me, it's been a great thing. It's become less about the social side of it and more about what value you add and, you know, how much money you make for people, and how much information and ideas you can give them. So from that point of view, for me, it's been fantastic, and it's you know, every day you get up and you're motivated to get out there and learn. And for me, that's you know, the core thing in my life, getting up and learning something new every day. And also the job is great. It's similar to sport in many ways in terms of you get what you get out of it, what you put into it. The training I did, you know, the videos you watched of other players, the preparation you did, you do all that during the week for that result on a Saturday, but that result, you know, it comes from the preparation and everything you did, and it's exactly the same in the job I'm doing now. I think there's massive similarities about it between the two. I mean, you know, we execute our own order, so you're dealing with you know, tens of millions of pounds or millions of pounds, you know, and pressing buttons and things. You have to react quickly and do things under pressure. You know, when you've got 20 seconds before the market's closing, you've got to do something, or you've got to try and work an order. And I think having played sport, it helps massively. You know, having some massive Australian running over the top of you, and you've got to stop him, or you've got to be cutthroat and make that right decision at the right time. It's pretty similar in the stock market. It's difficult because it's, you know, most of the sports guys are all in and they want to give 100% to being a professional sportsman and giving it their best. So it is difficult to find time and do things, but I think it is important. I think it's important on two aspects. Finally, one, like you said, your career is short and your career can end tomorrow, you know what's going to happen. I think it's a very fine line between making it and not making it, and meeting the right person, you know, getting the right opportunity, you know, getting the right job. So it's a very fine line, and if people aren't helped, it's just a shame. There's some talented people out there, and sports guys in general, whatever the level, you know, have a lot to give, I think. I think it would have been fantastic. I mean, for me, always, while I played, I had quite a few big injuries. So I don't know if it was because of that or just maybe from my family background, you know, they're quite entrepreneurial, that I was always trying to do something outside rugby. The business I'm doing now, the contacts and the people I could have met when my profile was that high, it would have been absolutely unbelievable. So giving some people a little bit of direction, understanding what they wanted to do. So I did economics, I would have always liked to go into finance, but I never pursued that at all while I was playing rugby. And the people and the contacts I could have made would have been phenomenal. At least when I played, like, you know, I played university and then the game went, so I went to university and the game went professional, where nowadays guys are doing weights at 15 years old, probably not going to university, probably not really being that well-rounded education-wise. So if they don't make it and they suddenly finish, I don't know what there is for them. So services like Advictor, I think it's invaluable. It would have been invaluable to me back then. I think even now it's even more important.